All right, show user, Scott, set lines 100, pages 100, set wrap off. All right, let's describe EMP. All right, let's select star from EMP. All right, now we're going to introduce wildcards. Here's a wildcard, the percentage sign. So it's easier if I show you. So let me just select ename from EMP. And let's say we want to see how many people have a name that starts with the letter A like Apple. So now we're going to introduce like, the like operator. Select ename from EMP where, we did the where clause many times, where ename like, and I'm going to put it in caps even though it's not case sensitive, like what? Single quote, and we want names that start with the letter A, so we're going to put A, and then the wildcard percentage sign, enter. It's easier if I show you. This is a hands-on course, so it's easier if I show you what this means. Only the names that started with the letter A came up, because this percentage sign means we don't care what comes after the letter A. We just want it to start with A. All right, now show me everybody whose name starts with the letter B. Select ename from EMP where ename, like, remember like quote something, like quote something quote. All right, ename like, we want the ename to look like this. The letter B, we don't care what comes after it, and then close it. So Blake. So if you scroll up, you're going to see Blake. And let's do a couple more. Let's see who starts with the letter J. Ename from EMP. So select ename from EMP where ename, the ename is like, and we'll do lowercase, ename like, capital J. I don't care what comes after it, so we'll put the percentage sign, close quote, James and Jones. All right. This is a wildcard that means any string of digits, any numbers, anything. And we're saying after the letter J. So we're looking for names that start with J. All right. So if we look at the e-names, let's do one more. Let's do the letter C. So select ename from EMP where ename like, starting with the letter C, percentage sign, close quote, Clark. I hope this makes sense. This is a wild card. This is any string of digits. That's what that percentage sign means. Within close quotes anyway, especially with the like operator. What if we wanted to see all the names that end, not start, but end with a certain letter? Select ename from EMP, so that's the same. Let's say what ends with the letter S? Whose names end with the letter S? So we're going to say select ename from EMP where ename, like, still like, quote, instead of having the S in the front, we're going to put the percentage in the front and the capital S at the end, close quote, end. So what this means is any string of digits, we don't care how many there are, we don't care what they are. The fact is we want it to end with the letter S. And look what pops up. Jones, Adams, and James. All right. Let's see whose name ends with the letter, let's see, let's play around here, R like Robert. So select ename from EMP where ename like, any string of digits, R, close quote, Turner and Miller. And even though there's an R in the name, I'm going to show you how to find out where the things are within the name. But for now, we did beginning of the name and end of the name. All right. And let's do one more. Whose name ends with the letter E? Select ename from EMP where ename, like operator, any string of digits, percentage sign, and the letter E. Blake ends in the letter E. Now what if we made this lowercase e? So I'm going to hit the up arrow on the keyboard and just lowercase e, no rows selected. I think we already went over the fact that when you have certain values from a table, they have to look exactly how the table displays the values. As you can see, all the E names are capital letters. That's the default. Now we did upper and lower, so of course we can do select lower E name from EMP. I mean, we played around with that already, but we're talking about like operator. This is the like operator. We want this column to look like, and whatever you want it to look like, whatever you say within the single quotes. All right, let's play around this. Let me clear the screen, and let's say we want to see whose name has the letter, a specific letter within the middle of the name. So let's say we want to see who has the letter L, like Larry, the letter L at the second letter in their name. So the second letter in their name is a letter L. Select ename from EMP where ename like, right? Now we're going to introduce the underscore. So the underscore means space. Then we're going to put the letter L, and we don't care what comes after it. Allen, Blake, and Clark. It's easier if I show you than try to explain it. Just pay attention to what we're doing. Like, where we know the where clause, where ename like what? Space, or a single quote first, and then the space, the underscore is a space. So we're not saying this has to be anything specific. As you can see, A, B, C. The first letters are all different. A, B, C. Could be anything. We don't care what the first letter is, but we're just saying underscore to say space. Why? Because we want the second letter to be exactly what we're looking for, which in this case, L. And then, you know, the percentage sign means anything else that comes after it. So L, we have L-E-N. L, A-K-E. L, and so forth. All right. What if, let's clear the screen. What if we wanted to see whose name has the letter R in the fourth place of their name? The fourth letter of their name is the letter R. So select ename from EMP where ename like. Remember, we're talking about the like operator, like. Like, quote, we will do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 underscores. No, sorry, 3. 1, 2, 3 underscores and the letter, what did I say, R. Now, if I do close quote, enter, we're going to get no rows selected because there's no wildcard for the percentage sign. We're literally looking for R and we're not saying anything else. But if I hit the up arrow and put the percentage sign here, enter, Clark pops up. The reason why Clark popped up on this syntax, because as you can see, this and this are exactly the same. The only difference is I used a percentage sign and I didn't. The only reason why Clark popped up here and no rows selected was there is because I said I'm letting SQL pick any other characters after the letter R. All right. So let's do select ename from EMP just to see the names. All right. So I hope you understand the basics of the wildcard. So let's play around. Whose name starts with the letter K? Select ename from EMP where ename like, quote, starts with K, and we don't care what comes after it. King. Now, if I hit the up arrow and delete the percentage sign and just have K, no row selected, because we're looking for a name that's literally K. Nobody has a name called K. No, you don't see anybody's name, just the letter K. All right. So what if I put the whole word Miller in the like? M-I-L-L-E-R. Notice Miller comes up. Because like doesn't only need to have the percentage sign in it. We're saying we're looking for anything like Miller. But if you have the full name Miller, you might as well say where ename equals Miller. But remember, we're assuming we don't know the full. We're assuming that we don't know something. That's why we're saying like. All right. So let's play around this. Let's do some more examples. Let's clear the screen. Let's do select star from EMP. Let's say we want to know everybody who was hired in 1982. Now we can eyeball it and see only one person was hired in 82. But let's say this is a table with 1,000,000 rows. Well, we can do this. We know the format of the date is day, month, and year. So we see the format. Let's say somebody says, hey, just give me everybody's name and hire date who was hired in 1982. Watch closely. Select ename, comma, hire date. So we're going to have two columns, ename and hire date from EMP, where hire date like. Now instead of typing in the entire string, we're just going to say where hire date like anything but ends in 8-2. Look who pops up. The one person who was hired in 82. Pay attention to this syntax. You already know select column name from table name. You know the where clause. Hire date what? Hire date equals something? No. Hire date greater than something? No. Where hire date is like anything at all. That's what the percentage sign represents, but ends in 82. So SQL didn't care about all this. It said it's going to ignore everything, and the fact that we put that 82 after it, it retrieved just 82. What if I put dash 82? Same thing. Because the dash, we said anything at all but dash 82. All right. What if we wanted to see everybody's name who was hired in 1983? Select ename, hire date from EMP, where hire date like anything at all and 83. It should be no row selected because, like I said, I can eyeball this table because it's only 14 rows. Nobody was hired in 83. What if I want to see who was hired in 81? Select ename, hire date like percentage sign 81. Error. Oh, I spelled hire date wrong. So let me hit the up arrow. E. Hey, there we go. 10 people were hired in 1981. So this is to show you not only the like operator, but also this wildcard. All right. So let's do. Let's clear the screen and let's do a couple more. Let's do select star from EMP. I want you to show me everybody who is. So if I say show me all the managers, select ename and let's say job from EMP, where job equals manager. Manager. So you're gonna have that. What if I said, show me everybody who has a job title with the word man in it? All right. Select ename job from EMP, where job, not equals, but like, MAN, starts with the, let's say, looking for everybody whose job title starts with MAN. So MAN, this, we should get 3. But what if I switched it up? What if I said, show me everybody who has the word MAN, not in the beginning, but near the end or somewhere in the job title? Ename job from EMP. I'm doing this to prove something here, like. So instead of the percentage sign after the word man, we're going to put a percentage sign before the word man. Oh, salesman pop up. See the string? We're saying we don't want it to start with man. We want anything before it, but ends in the word MAN. Now, here's where it gets interesting. What would happen if I put that percentage sign in the beginning as well as the end around the word MAN? Let's try it out. Select ename, job from EMP, where job like percentage sign man percentage sign. It's easier if I show you. We're going to get the salesmen and the managers. Salesmen, managers. So when you put a percentage sign before and after, you're giving SQL the freedom to look for this word or whatever phrase you're specifying, in this case man, before or after any string of digits. Before or after any string of digits. And this is the proof. Earlier when we did, let me hit the up arrow here, when we did the percentage sign before, we only got salesman. Before that, when we did the percentage sign after, right here, we got the managers, man. This is just like when we said, give me everybody's name who starts with the letter S, and we got Smith. And then when we said, give me everybody's name who ends in the letter S, and we got Jones. So once again, if you put the percentage sign before and after, we're giving SQL the freedom to search this Oracle database for anything, this Oracle table anyway, this table, for anything that ends in MAN or starts with MAN. Remember, like. Now, let's do the like operator without the percentage sign. Remember, like is very versatile. You can use like with many different things. Let's say we want to see everybody who works in Department 20. Give me the names and department number of everybody who works in Department 20. This is very easy, right? We did this many times from EMP, where DEPTNO equals 20. Very easy. What if I said, hey, I want to see everybody who works in Department 20 and 10. Show me everybody's name and department number who works in 20 and 10. So let me show you how to use the like operator. Select ename and department number from EMP, where department number not equals, but now we're going to do in 10, 20. All right, now we're talking about in 10, 20. So now we're going to get 20 and 10. Now, where usually we did department equals, now we're doing department in 10 and 20. All right. So let's say you wanted to see the names and the salaries of all your salesmen and clerks. So that's going to be, remember, names and salaries. Always pay attention to what's being asked. Give me the names and salaries of all your salesmen and clerks. Well, salesmen and clerks is a job, so let's also put job here too. Where job equals what? Are you going to put equals salesman equals? No, you're going to say where job in what? If you close this parentheses, in salesman, comma, space, and clerk. Close quote. Oh, I didn't put from. Let me hit the up arrow. From EMP. So pay attention to what we asked for. Give me the names, salaries, and jobs from the table EMP for all your salesmen and clerks. So for all your salesmen and clerks, then what we're going to do is job in. And it's going to be in what? Well, let's analyze what's inside these parentheses. In the parentheses, we have the word salesman surrounded by single quotes because it's not a number, comma, and the other thing we want to see where the job is in. Single parentheses, clerk. And we'll look at the output. It gives you the E name because that's what we selected. Sal, job. Clerk, salesman, clerk. And the salaries. So show me everybody who works in department. Let's back up a little bit. Show me everybody who works in Department 10. Give me the names and department numbers. So select E name, comma, department number from EMP where department number equals 10. Now we said equals because we're only looking for a specific department number. But if we said in Department 10 and 20, if I hit the up arrow, I can't do equals 10, 20. That's going to be that doesn't make any sense. You can't say equals two separate things. It either equals 10 or it equals 20. That's where in comes in. So we're talking about like, and now we're talking about in. So if you want to see if you want to see everybody's name and department number who works in Department 10 and 20, if you clear the screen, we're going to use in. So select E name, comma, department number from EMP where department number in parentheses. Remember, like, you do quote, in, you do parentheses, because we're doing in a group. In what? In this. Whatever falls into this. Well, we're going to say in Department 10 and 20. Notice no quotes because these are numbers. And notice you don't even have to put a space after the comma. You can do that. Enter. If I hit the up arrow, you can delete the spaces. Enter. It's going to be the same thing. So analyze this statement. Give me the names and department numbers of those who work in Department 10 and 20. ename department number, select ename department number from EMP where department number in 10 and 20. What if I said just give me the names and the salaries of those who work in department 10 and 20? So that's going to be ename, comma, sal. Give me the names and the hire dates of those who work in department 20. That's going to be ename and hire date from EMP where department number, not equals, but in 10, 20. No quotes because these are numbers. So names and hire dates. Now, once again, as I said multiple times, it's common practice to put the column that you're using in the where clause in the syntax of the select statement so it gets its own column, because we don't see that there's any department numbers here. So if you want to see, hey, give me the names and the salaries of those who work in department 20, select ename salary, right? But put department number as well. Hey, give me the names and the hire date of everybody who works in department 20. Names and the hire date. So it's going to be ename and hire date. And since we're talking about departments, put department number. Names and hire date of everybody who works in department 20. So select ename, hire date, department number from EMP where department number in 10, 20. Close parentheses. There you go. You're not going to see any 30. All right. So that is the basics of the wildcard percentage sign, the wildcard underscore, which represents a space, the operator like, and in.